everybody. Hope everyone's having an awesome, super highly successful, great day down here in just outside of Melbourne, Florida today. We got the Hobie out here on the Indian River, and we're gonna spend some time today trying to get on a nice bite. Last time we were here, we got on some snook, we got on some speckled trout, so I'm hoping to replicate that again today. The one thing we're dealing with right now is we do have a bit of a cold front ending. Last about 72 hours have been pretty brutal down here, especially for Florida. This time of year, getting down to the, really low 40s, sometimes even high 30s overnight. So that might affect things today. We're gonna try and keep the presentation, work it smaller, work it slower, and hope to that we'll be able to entice some bites for us here today. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna work this mangrove shoreline here pretty thoroughly. We're also gonna keep moving today. We wanna find the water where the fish are biting, so we're gonna keep moving. So we're gonna fish it slow, but also try and be efficient and effective with it at the same time. To start out today, we're throwing the Slim Shady 3-inch paddle tail by Salt Strong. We're gonna start that today with put a little Dr. Juice on there. Maybe a bit of a fast presentation, a shrimp presentation, or maybe a split tail jerkbait might work a little bit better. But what I like about this, I like that it's small, and I think that might help today with the just coming off that colder temperatures, just starting to heat up here within about the last, probably about 36 hours or so. So we're gonna start with this today, and if that's not getting us any action, then we will switch over to either a slow soft plastic jerkbait, or we'll switch over to a shrimp. Probably leaning more towards the shrimp, but we're gonna start with this because this gave us some pretty good success here last time, and then we will work our way from there. So here we go, first cast magic. Let's see what we can do. I am seeing some stuff jumping and boiling up ahead, so that's a good sign. Last time we did see some really good bait sign here. Not a whole lot in the terms of birds at the moment, but last time we had those 3 Bs, baits, birds, boils, and that was working pretty well for us. Right now, definitely seeing some bait, and there are some birds hanging around, which is nice, so that could help out as well. Now it's just a matter to see if we can entice a bite. That might have been a bump right there. As far as our setup today, we're using the TFO Tactical Inshore. This is the medium power fast action rod, paired with the 3000 size Daiwa Saltist MQ with 10-pound Beyond braid, tied to a 25-pound leader, and then we have, as we said earlier, that paddle tail on there, the Slim Shady by Salt Strong, which has worked really well for us last time we were here. So hoping to replicate that again today. All right, we're gonna take some time. We're gonna work this rocky point here. I'm gonna start to move to the other side of the causeway bridge. I think that side's gonna be a little more wind protected right now, which, with the cold weather we've been having, that really could make the difference, is being in that wind protected water. But I don't wanna pass up this rocky point here. I wanna make sure we hit this thoroughly before we make our way all the way over to the other side of the bridge. Right, that could be money right there. That could be money right there. Second cast magic, here we go. Money on me, fish on me. That's a snag, yeah? Oh yeah, it's a snag, okay. Definitely want to come back in here and work these pilings. I think I'm just gonna kind of go to the farthest point first, and then we're gonna work our way back. But this spot looks really good in here too. I definitely don't want to miss this today. That's a fish. That's a fish on, baby. That is a fish on. Let's go. Oh, let's go. It's not big, but that's a fish. Let's go. Oh, little sea trout. Look at that. Oh, there you go. Self-release right there. Well, that makes it easy. Wow. All right. There we go. To be quite honest with those sea trout, I think sometimes I am happier with the self-release, just so I don't have to mess with their slime too much. Not that I mind getting slimy, but like they're delicate. You don't want to take that slime off their body. So honestly, self-release, I will take that all day long. So we're not skunked. Got the skunk out of the boat. Didn't have to harm the fish in any way. And we got some numbers on the board finally. Stuff jumping right there. And behind me stuff is jumping. That's a fish. Oh no! Oh, he spit it right there. That was something small. I don't even know if he had the hook in his mouth. He might have just had the tail. Ah, that's too bad. Darn it. Yeah, he barely even like, that was barely even a bite. Like I was just pulling it and all of a sudden there's a little bit of weight. Oh, there he is right there. Oh, he spit it again. Did you see it? Oh, I hope that was on camera. That take was so cool. It was right at the boat, literally about to lift it, the paddle tail out of the water, and he came up and hit it just like that. Ugh. Not getting a good hook set on these fish, and that one's just kind of on me. But dang, that was pretty cool. Again, that one didn't actually take it, but that was pretty cool. Reeled it right to the boat. Stopped reeling, getting ready to take it out of the water for the next cast, and the sea trout literally swam right up to it, looked at it, swam away. That is crazy. Wow. Oh, we found the sea trout. I don't know how deep this spot is, but I think I'm gonna see if I can anchor up and just sit here for a while and mess with these fish, because that's 4 fish right here in the same spot. I don't see any point in moving right now. It's not that deep. I think for a change of pace, we're just gonna stand. Not the most flattering angle, but it works. That's a fish on. That's a better fish. Ah, he spit it again. Damn. That's what, number 5 or 6 hooked? It was a small one again. It wasn't that big. I'm gonna tighten down my drag a little bit. I think that might help. These are small fish. Muscle them a little more. Might be playing them too light, maybe. Oh, it's a fish on it, and I'm wrapped around my rod. Oh my God, not good. My line's wrapped around the tip of the rod, and I got a fish on. That go figure, right? Okay. Okay. Fish secured in the net. We're gonna get this one up here for a good look. Finally, you'll see. These guys aren't that big. These are, at least not here. These aren't no gator trout. These are some small ones, but they're loving this slam shade. This is like fish number 7. Finally have one in the net. I could not be more happy about it. Let's see if we can get this hook out of him while he's in the net. I've wet my hand. See? Nice little speckled sea trout. And he's going back right now. So what we did there was, I know on that first fish, it was like, okay, I don't know how exactly we're gonna handle it. I figured, okay, we're gonna treat this like we would treat trout back up north, you know, rainbow trout, brown trout, all that type of thing. Get the net wet, get him in the net, keep him in the net, handle him, all the handling in the water, get the hook out in the water, wet your hand, and then we can, you know, take a nice look at him for the camera. But finally, but what had happened was the tip of the rod, the line got wrapped around the last eyelet in the rod, and they're swinging it in circles trying to fix it, and this fish comes up and hits the lure. And there's more stuff happening right there. So I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna start fishing. I'm so excited. Today is so awesome. That's like 7 sea trout. Only 2 that we can really count as like a catch. That first one and that one, but still, what an amazing day it's been so far. Oh my gosh, here we go. We're about to catch another one right here. I can feel it. Yep, there we go. Another little one, another little one. Stay pinned, stay pinned, stay pinned, stay pinned. In the net. Let's go. I saw them pushing bait right there. Oh, that was epic. That was epic. Throw it right to where you see him pushing bait, and sure enough, there's the fish. Oh, hook is out. There he is, another little small one, right back in the water. And he's gone, like that. Nice hard kickoff. I saw him. They were pushing bait right there. Leading cast, textbook stuff that was. Oh my gosh. Let's do that again. I could stay here all day. Sitting here in about 4 or 5 feet of water. And it was interesting because last time I was here, when I was catching them, they were really tight to the structure, really tight to the shore, in the rocks, in the mangroves. Today, they're pushed out further from the shore. I mean, they're probably, someone jumping behind me. They're probably, I'd say probably 35, 50 yards from shore, maybe a little less. And I'm wondering if, because I'm trying to put the pieces together, right? Haven't done this a whole lot, so trying to put the pieces together. I'm wondering, with it being colder, obviously that shallow water is going to lose heat a lot quicker than the slightly deeper water. So I'm wondering if that's what's causing them to hold farther off the shore in the slightly deeper water, like that 5-6 foot range, just because of the cold, that shallow stuff is just too cold for them. That could be completely false, but that's just kind of how I'm rationalizing in my head. The other thing is this, I mean, you can see from the head cam, like this is right by the shore. Anybody could come here and, you know, as long as they got a good cast, could get out to where these fish are biting. That's one, that's a fish. Oh, a slightly better one. Ah, he's gone. Dang it, I lifted the rod up too high. That one's on me. But see, look at that, I wasn't even paying attention, had a fish. Huh. That's a fish. That's the next cast. The exact next cast, another fish. Again, not a big one, but still. In the net. Another trout. That was the next cast, folks. Literally the next cast. Got that bail open. Hook is out. There's the fish going right back in the water. And a strong kickoff, just like we like to see. Trying to handle them as little as possible. Number 3 in the boat, number like 11. 2 casts right in a row. That's Slam Shady getting it done, babe. It's kind of cool too, because growing up in Pennsylvania, I mean, trout season was a big deal. You got that opening day of trout, and you go out there to the freshly stocked stream, and you can catch, I don't know, 10, 20 nice slick little rainbows, maybe a brown trout if you got lucky. And then as you get older and you get a little bit better with the fishing, then it turned into getting into the fly fishing for trout. You go up to the spring-fed limestone type streams that hold the trout all year, and you're chasing the wild ones. And then to come down here to Florida, literally 1,000 miles away, and to be getting on trout. It's just, I don't know, it's cool for me. It's like a little taste of home far away from home. So that's, I don't know, it's just amazing. And knowing these ones can get pretty big, you never know what that one on the next cast is gonna be, but it's just cool. There we go. That's a better fish, I think. Nah, maybe it's at the same size. No, that's a little better. I'd say it's a little better one. Oh, he doesn't like the net. He does not like the net. That's a better size. Yeah, that's a little, I think that's probably the biggest one. Oh, he's out of the net. Okay. That's probably the biggest one so far. At least that we've actually caught, not that hasn't released itself. And there he is right there. These guys got some mean teeth on them too, those 2 front fangs, but there you go. Back in the water. And a good strong kickoff, just like we like to see. All right. Anchor pole is completely out of the sand, so I gotta get that reset. This is like catching fish in a bucket at this point, folks, and I'm not complaining. Oh. Today's also the first fish we've caught in the kayak too, so to have a, what is that, 12, 13 fish just right in the kayak, that's pretty exciting also. It's interesting too, because I'm seeing stuff jump all around, but they've all been when I've casted in this east direction and brought it back that way. Casting any other way, I haven't gotten any hits. North, south, you know, west. But casting east, that's where they've all been. Here's another one right here. Here's another one literally right here. That's 2 casts later. 2 casts later. And he easy released himself. That's all right. He was about the same size as the other ones. Yep, there we go. There we go. That feels like a better one. Maybe not, but it feels like a better one. I think he's just fighting hard. Yeah, just fighting hard. But there we go. That was like 3 casts. Switching batteries, 3 casts later. Fish on the line. Yes, please. There he is. Nice little sea trout back in the water. And kick off strong. Oh my gosh, literally next cast. Literally next cast. Oh my gosh, literally next cast. No freaking way. He's running right at me too. Oh my gosh, literally next cast, folks. Oh my gosh, there he is in the net. There he is. Back in the water. And kicking off strong. I need to get that on a shirt. Ooh, that was a hit. Missed him, but that was a hit. Oh, he's still there? Yes, I think he's on now. Now he's on. That was so weird. He like hit it, then he was off, then he was on. That was weird. In the net. This is by far the best one yet. Look at that guy. And back in the water. And there he goes. All right. Be just hundreds of them schooled up right here. For what reason, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at some charts, maybe like if we're on a flat or if there's like what kind of structure we're dealing with right here. I'm not super sure, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. Oh, he bumped it, bumped it. Come back for it, come back for it. Yeah, there he is, there he is. Took him forever to actually get it in his mouth, but there he is. He hit it like 4 times. That was crazy. Oh, that's a good size one. That's a bigger one. That's a bigger fish, I think. Oh yeah, that's a bigger fish. Come on. In the net. Oh, there he goes. Well, you saw him. Acrobatic one, but that was cool. That was a good size one too. Oh, there he is. He's tapping it. He's tapping it. He's tapping it. Oh, I just ran out of space. He was right by the boat tapping it. I was trying to let him tap it, and I tried to keep pulling it, but I ran out of space. But that's what's happening. They're hitting it, they're hitting it, they're hitting it, and then they're finally committing. That's interesting. Hello, everybody. It definitely seems as though the bite has slowed down quite significantly. It's probably been about 25-30 minutes since our last bite, and the reason I'm saying it's slowed down is because it was like every other cast there for a little while. I can't complain. We've probably capitalized on the better part of 20 something fish in here today, and got a solid handful to the boat, figured out some better angling techniques, and once we got those things ironed out, it was pretty much every fish coming to the boat. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna slowly start working my way back to the launching point. I'm gonna keep working down the shoreline because I've seen fish jumping all day up and down the shoreline, so I'm gonna slowly work my way down to the shoreline. When we get to the bridge, I'm gonna take a little bit of time by the pilings. I'm gonna drop down the shrimp lure on the other rod by the pilings of the bridge, see if we can get on any sort of bite over there. And then I'm gonna basically do the same thing on the far side of the bridge where I'm gonna work down the shoreline with the swim bait lure as well to see if we can get on any more fish. So stay tuned, let's start making our way back. So we made it back to the other side of the bridge. We were gonna stop and do some fishing under the bridge, but I'll show you a clip of it now. As you can see, that water was way too rough for kind of what I'm comfortable sitting in a kayak. That current was definitely ripping through there, and top of the water was definitely pretty turbulent. So we decided to call it quits on that little bit of a mission, especially considering the amount of fish we already did get on. We don't need to risk a good day with a potential tip, especially with all the gear in the kayak and stuff. So we brought it back over to the side that we launched from. I'm gonna go head here on the shore. I'm probably gonna do a couple casts over here. If we get into anything, I'm going to go ahead and I'll include it at the end of this video. If not, then I'm going to go ahead and we're gonna wrap this up now. Really appreciate everybody watching and tuning in here to Jerkbait today. My name is John. If you enjoyed what you saw, definitely drop us a like, drop a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button with the notification bell if you wanna stay up to date for more videos just like this one here in beautiful Florida, catching some awesome fish. Thanks for tuning in, really appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.